Look at this, a train junkyard, a boneyard. What an impressive train display. So I'm at Northlandz in New Jersey, and this is certainly one of the largest train displays in the world. This place opened in 1996. A gentleman by the name of Bruce Williams Zaccagnino built this. Over 8 miles of track, 100 model locomotives, 10,000 freight cars, over 4,000 buildings and bridges, some of which are enormous, like 35-foot high mountains. This is an incredible place, so I'm going to take you around so you can see just how amazing it is for yourself. You can live vicariously through me at Northlandz. So Bruce purchased this land in 1990, and it took 2 years to construct this building, and then another 4 to 5 years to build everything that you see here. And he worked 18 hours a day, 7 days a week for all that time, for almost 5 years. And Northlandz opened to the public in late 1996. It's a 52,000 square foot magnificent 16-acre, 50-plus scene attraction for everyone to come and enjoy. As for the construction of it, it's I believe it's all wood underneath, 2x4s and whatnot. And Bruce made the basic scenery layer very thin, consisting of a layer of plaster and then newspaper, and then added more plaster on top of that, sculpting it to resemble rock formations. So stepping on it would be catastrophic. So I'm assuming they have very specific areas where they can step on this stuff or walk on these things. So all of these areas are, there's all separate displays. I don't know how many there are. Lots of them. But this is modeled after Harper's Ferry. And the plaque here says, Bruce Williams created Harper's Ferry to look like a small colonial town nestled up against a large river. The railroad must weave back and forth to find its way upriver. And says this is the first area where guests can really see the train stretch out along the track. These are long, long, long stretches of the trains. And what's crazy is like all these bridges they're all wood. Bruce took the time to make these. Yeah. Yeah, the amount of detail is unbelievable. $250,000 trees, over 200 tunnels, over 400 bridges, and It's estimated that it took Bruce over 306,000 hours to create this place. And it needs constant maintenance. There is always something that needs to be fixed or improved. And one of those people who keeps this place running smoothly is Jim. And we met Jim just walking around, and he was nice enough to show us what the inner workings of Northlandz looks like.
This is where we can hopefully stop the trains to service them if we need to back here. Paper mache.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So you think he had probably carpenters come in, he mapped it all out,
Right.
planned it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
would
they
assume
came
that
and
he had
built it.
carpenters come in and do all the heavy lifting.
Wow. I know that this is that big gully or that gulch, right?
Well, this is
Wow.
that canyon, B Canyon.
Oh my god.
Oh no, not yet.
It's better.
Yeah, come on, let's go walk on water.
Oh my.
Walking on water. This is unbelievable. Wow. This really puts it into perspective.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So some of the, like you said, like this, you can step on that stuff,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So you can service. Wow. Do you feel like a giant?
Yeah, that's very fun.
Alright. I mean, you guys use whatever you can use, right?
Oh, originally he used plaster of Paris,
Okay.
but we're not using that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
This is one of the longer bridges here. I don't think the longest because it's maybe about 12 feet across, but it's pretty impressive. And I believe the drop is something like 30 feet from the tops of these mountains down to the water down there. You could see some of those freight trains way down there. Look at that one way down there. It's probably, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of tracks as you reach into the mountains here. Roscoe's Junkyard.
You break it, we take it.
Look at this view. And I believe that I think these bridges are among the longest that are here. Very, very impressive. So the plaque here says this is the Great Castle, and Bruce built this castle himself. It took several thousand hours. This is, I guess, the longest one here. It is impressive. The sign says, this bridge is an approximate replica of the original Forth Railway Bridge in Scotland, spanning the Firth of Forth River. The real one is about twice as long. It's just open fields, beautiful area. Reminds me of Switzerland or something. Another fun fact about this place, that some of these bridges have 22,000 to 23,000 pieces of wood to build them. And this is clearly one of the more impressive bridges that are here. Stands about, they're about maybe 4 feet, maybe 5 feet tall. This is a pit mine or something, and the perfect house for me. I would love to live right here on top of this thing. Look at this, painstakingly built right into the cliffside here. These mines or factories. Everything is, from what I see, is made of wood. All the bridges and everything cut and glued and put together by Bruce. And so after many, many years, decades of building these displays and maintaining these displays, a man of great work ethic, obviously, Bruce retired in 2019. And amazingly, the building with all of its contents were up for sale just as warehouse space. Thinking that no one would really be interested or want to take over this monumental task, the gentleman who ended up purchasing this building originally had the intent of using it for warehouse space. But once he came inside and saw this incredible miniature world, this became his new profession, his new business. And so the legacy of Northlandz will certainly live on for many years to come. Yeah, this is cool. This is the actual controls of the entire place. Awesome looking. So what we were looking at down below, we are now looking up at it's basically eye level, bird's eye view, whatever you want to call it. And these bridges, this is what I was talking about before. This stuff is handmade, built by, I guess, Bruce himself. Just sticks. Unbelievable. And if you're a fan of creepy dolls, they have that for you too. There's a whole room of weird dolls that I guess Bruce or maybe Bruce's wife collected. I'm assuming some of these are worth some serious money, but I don't know. What a wonderful world. I mean, the attention to detail is unbelievable here. Look, they have to drive their cars. They had to drive their cars all the way up this thing. Jeez. The best part about this little hole here is that you can see up inside. It's a better shot of the construction, although it's dark, but you can see it's, you know, fairly rudimentary, but you know, how amazing can you get it? But this was paper mache, newspaper. And even though at that point Bruce was willing to put this all behind him and move on with his life, something tells me that Bruce went back to the basics, and I bet you he has a small circular model train track somewhere in his house that he enjoys from time to time. But I guess we'll never know. So there you go. That is the fantastic Northlandz. Gave you guys a great view Spent the last hour talking to Jim underneath the display. I mean, that was so neat of him to show us that. And if you're in the area, heck, it's even worth a drive to come see Northlandz because there's really nothing else like it. See you in the next video.